Welcome to Australian Immigration, your source for all things related to immigration and education in Australia. Today, we have some shocking news to share with our viewers regarding Australian universities and their decision to ban international students from studying in Australia. As of 2023, many Australian universities have announced that they will no longer be accepting international students to their campuses. This decision has been met with widespread criticism and concern from both international students and the Australian education industry as a whole. So why have Australian universities made this decision? According to reports, the decision to ban international students has been made due to a number of factors, including concerns over the ongoing COVID-19 pandemic, increasing pressure on Australian infrastructure, and a desire to prioritize local students. The COVID-19 pandemic has had a significant impact on international travel and education, with many countries closing their borders and imposing strict travel restrictions. In Australia, this has led to a decline in the number of international students coming to study in the country, which has had a negative impact on the Australian education industry as a whole. Additionally, there have been concerns over the strain that international students are putting on Australian infrastructure. Many universities have reported overcrowding in classrooms and housing, as well as increased demand for health care and other services. Finally, there is a growing sentiment among some in Australia that the needs of local students should be prioritized over those of international students. This has led to calls for increased funding for local students and a reduction in the number of international students allowed to study in Australia. So what does this mean for international students who are currently studying in Australia or who were planning to come to Australia to study? Unfortunately, it means that they will need to find alternative options for their education. This may include studying online or exploring other countries that are still accepting international students. The news of Australian universities banning international students from studying in Australia is certainly shocking and concerning. It remains to be seen how this decision will impact the Australian education industry in the long term, but one thing is certain: it will have a significant impact on the lives of many international students who had planned to come to Australia to further their education. We will continue to monitor this situation and provide updates as they become available. Thank you for watching Australian Immigration, and we hope you found this information useful.